And we are live, transmitting live from Diablo. This is it. What's happening?
Greetings.
Hi. Which one is it? Do I still have? Oh shit! I need my chipped topaz because I don't have. I do not have chipped topaz. What do you use for doll?
I have some runes for you.
That's lovely.
You want
Yes.
some pretty runes?
Good to see you.
Yes, please.
Here one rune, here another rune, here another rune, here another rune. I give you all my runes.
You're such a nice friend. Hello!
Hello!
Welcome! Yes.
Hi, how are you? Hi, hi, hi.
How high are you?
Hi.
Hello.
The
Rico.
quest will eat the bean in the flyer jungle. Stir the brain in flyer dungeon.
My butt is hurting because I sit too much on the chair. We went walking today looking for mushrooms, but
Not good. Put the mushrooms.
Good to see you.
why did I think it was 3 of these? Am I losing my mind? Mushroom champignon. Obviously.
Greetings.
I thought I had 3 of these. What's wrong with me?
Have enough runes?
Not enough runes.
Survey drop a lot of runes in the Act 1.
What?
In the dungeons.
Why?
I found 5 rune in the dungeons.
Which
In
this
half
game?
an hour.
This game?
Yeah,
Catacomb?
yeah.
I'm after them, obviously.
In the catacombs level 2, I found a lot of runes.
In this game?
Not this game, in my personal game.
Oh,
I don't party. Where do you go?
let's do some quest.
What quest?
So we have a flare dungeon, brain.
Yeah, I need the brain too.
Flare jungle it is.
Yeah. Please jump. Make you happy mushrooms.
What's this? No. No!
Oh,
I killed you, huh?
get some food.
It wasn't a good idea.
I need
But
mana.
luckily we have protection. I misclick and my all healing
You want potions? I give
I
you.
have
Come here, come here.
I have great potions.
Come here.
I have all the potions.
Come.
I have potions. Thank you very much. I misclick and I burn my potions. Very easy to burn all the potions in this game.
Wednesday. Wednesday. What is Wednesday?
Wednesday is today.
December. Oh. Well, I have my therapy. So it has to be before 7. But before 7 Darius isn't here, right?
For what?
So it's just me. For a visit.
Girly day.
But only before 7, girly day.
What today? Thursday. Turkey day.
You can go to town, I guess.
Let's find the quest.
But this is the wrong place.
No.
It's not Flare Jungle. Ah. These little jerks. They're the worst.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
Ah. Where the hell are we?
We need to cross the other way. We were in that way. Oh, fucking hell.
Not enough mana.
Something stings at you and you don't even know what.
The other side
Not
of the
enough
river,
mana.
they seem to want. I tried to kill them. Shoot them. Oh, what is that pen?
Nothing.
Nothing great.
No.
Not enough mana.
Oh god. What? There is something here?
overburdened.
So there was nothing here.
What the fuck is that west jungle?
We are in the right place, just haven't found the right hole.
Not enough mana.
Where the stings?
Not enough mana.
Enough mother.
Thanks. I can't carry anymore.
Carry.
This is the same place we came from.
But it's clear now. Finale mai resti.
Hmm? Miercuri.
Adică chiar exact în terapie.
Așa se pare.
I am overburdened.
Cred că o să-ți am în terapie. Încă nu e o oră, două.
Dă-te-mă party!
Secund. Poate să...
Ce chestie? Yeah, you revert to the basics when the improvised bridge is crowded. Trying to escape becomes priority. I wanted to run away, and he's like, yeah, but I'm not blocking you, I was behind you. That's precisely the problem.
I am overburdened. I need mana.
This is
We find the hole or not?
maybe. Here's the gibbon.
Of course I know.
Oh! I get wet when I hear that.
This blade will pierce the heart of evil.
Sounds very fanatic.
Find the blade.
Yeah.
No, we need to find the brain
No, you need to go to town
of towns.
and give it to whomever it belongs to. We found the right hole. Can say this much.
Done well.
This magic ring.
You want this ring? I leave it on the ground here, by the chest.
Thank you for the ring. I cannot ring the ball.
Greetings.
Room for ring. Let me a ring. Buy for a ring. Thank you for the ring. I'm Lord of the Rings now.
Sure thing.
Now that
So, what about it? Let's find the brain.
Brain. Let's find this brain.
My mouse is broken. Broken. I can't explode these people. I'm surprised how loud your game is. What? Oh. Get out of there. The spectre?
Shamans.
The shamans are nasty.
Ugh.
Where is
Enemies.
everybody?
Is
Oh. You were waiting here. There they are.
I need mana.
Did we manage to go all the wrong ways?
sense of all wrong way direction.
I am overburdened.
Yeah.
Hello. You have...
Oh fuck. My henchman die for nothing.
Good evening.
Something wrong with the room?
Belt.
Great, that
String of ears.
what we do with the brain, heart and eye.
Get the flail and combine them. Make weapon. Crush some orb. Oh, my idiot henchman died too.
What play?
Follow your quest, won't you?
Quest 3 is completed.
Greetings.
Oh shit.
Ah, sir, the current fail in the Ravine will be beware of the high constant. Oh, we go, where we go? Post Blazar. I'm coming, honey. You're such a speedy man.
I have the best shoes. Best for running. Best shoes for running.
I need mana.
Don't die, don't die, don't die.
You can give him a potion. But I usually, when I try to do that, they fall.
Why is not a shocker for killing the henchman?
I don't know, maybe there is. I don't know.
With the beat, with the bum. No, 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 no. 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 Don't die, my henchman. Don't die. It's too late. Split apart.
Got excited.
I will spend all my money to resurrect it.
Not enough mana. I need mana.
Couldn't go in here without turning green. Camouflage.
I need mana.
You need mama.
Mama.
He needs mama.
Rest still look good. Lay alone. Then.
Oh, idiot henchman dead. I'll be right back. He never thinks about his life, he just goes and kills himself.
What do you need?
Good day. Good to see you.
You followed us?
Oh, I almost died.
I can't carry anymore.
Who came after us?
I'm going to make this flail.
regenerating.
The temple's dark power is broken. Not enough mana. I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
You're faster. No! These little ones, they really get to me. I can never tell how to get out of here. The little shits, yes.
Not enough mana. mana. I need mana.
Your mama. Oh. Didn't mean to feel refreshed. Which way now? Your mama.
Jokes?
Mama.
You want to hear your mama jokes?
Fuck you, I can't do anything with that guy. I'll be back.
Oh, so
Archie. Archie time. Let's
time.
let's Archie time. I'm sick of those guys. I don't like them. Let's Archie time then. Where do you put this? Archie time! Archie time! Just a second. Let me do my
I
combinations
will
here.
stay to not reset.
Sorry?
I will stay so we'll have no reset on the quest. You do the Archie time.
Reset on the quest?
Almost finished the quest.
Takes longer than that. We need to find a waypoint.
I will serve the queen. So Archie time.
Yes?
Let me just revive my very dead henchman.
Good day.
Okay, now I exit. And I exit some more. Let's set up the window here. Okay, so now we're switching to the part of this program that is the whatever part, where anything can happen. It's the just chatting. Just chatting. I'm updating a bit. Just chatting. Just chatting, nothing much. So, just chatting. Let's go then.
On Monday, December the 1st, 2025. Happy December! Yes, it's the first day of December, and in this video I want to do a preview of the month ahead. So I'll be looking at the main astrological events as I see them over the course of a month and trying somehow to put it all together. But before I look at December in some detail, I want to consider the astrology and the I Ching for the first day of the month. So here is the horoscope for today, the positions of the planets set for noon, December the 1st, 2025, New York time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, if appropriate. So the first thing that we see today is that the moon is in Aries. So the moon is at 23 degrees Aries. It is making a square to Jupiter. So moon in Aries, moon in a fire sign. That looks like my lunar return. My lunar return is at around 22, 23 degrees Aries. And so we've got moon in Aries. We've got Mercury, Sun, Venus in Sagittarius. And so, that's a lot of fire. 4 out of the 7 traditional planets in fire signs. And that might mean that it's quite an active, quite exciting day when we're really able to see the possibilities, and we can sort of look beyond surface appearances, not get caught up too much in other people's feelings, maybe our own feelings. We can just see the broad picture. We can get an impression of it quickly, spontaneously, and that can be the basis for action. And moon in Aries is a very action-orientated place for the moon. The first thing the moon wants to do is act. That's perhaps how the moon responds. How do we get out of trouble? How do we deal with this situation? Moon in Aries, well, we do something. And so the moon is square Jupiter. So moon square Jupiter, you might say, is perhaps impulsive. It might want to sort of take things too far. It might overdo it. So there is perhaps a bit of a problem there. Oh, and the moon is also making a conjunction to Chiron. So we're at a time when Chiron and Jupiter are making a square. So the moon is picking up on this moon Chiron square, and so moon conjunct Chiron in Aries. I would see that as just wanting to do something different, because that can be what Chiron likes to do. Chiron does not like to follow the crowd. There may be good reasons why Chiron doesn't want to follow the crowd, connected with whatever wound that Chiron represents. Remember, Chiron can be the wounded healer, but I think it's not just what Chiron is about. And I think that there is this desire to stand out, to be an individual. And the moon is actually making a trine to Mars as well. So that's kind of more of the same, this desire for action with this moon making a trine to Mars, square to Jupiter. So that says something about the day from a lunar perspective. But if we think about this concept of excess, have a look at the sun. And the sun it's in Sagittarius, but additionally the sun is making a sesquiquadrate to Jupiter. So the sun and Jupiter are approximately 135 degrees apart, making a sesquiquadrate. So when you throw sun and Jupiter together, you have this rather hard aspect, which is a sesquiquadrate, 135 degrees, 3/8 of a circle. This aspect can encourage us to go further, and it can always be good to go further. We don't want to stay in one place, particularly with the sun in Sagittarius, but we might do it in a way that could be quite clumsy. We might take things too far. Alternatively, we could say, well, the sun in Sagittarius is sesquiquadrate Jupiter in Cancer. Maybe Jupiter in Cancer has its own interests. Jupiter in Cancer is quite an emotional placement for Jupiter. It can be quite traditional, wanting to do things in a particular way. And so when you throw Sun and Jupiter together in the form of a sesquiquadrate, we kind of get a rather interesting picture. So yeah, the sun in Sagittarius is very positive, wants to take action, wants to do something, but what kind of action? Maybe Jupiter in Cancer defines that action. So some of us with Sun sesquiquadrate Jupiter might, for example, be quite traditional or quite moralistic. We might want to hold on to what we believe in an active way. So that is a way of looking at the Sun sesquiquadrate Jupiter. I mean, I will be talking more about Sun sesquiquadrate Jupiter because at the end of the video I want to do a preview of the year ahead, and the month ahead, and I think that we should look at the starting positions. What's going on. The moment November turns to December, and that's what I'll be looking at the end of the video. And one other thing, Moon is late in Aries, and tomorrow, Tuesday, at 3:13 a.m., the Moon does go into Taurus, but that's British time, UK time. So from an American perspective, well, if you're in New York, tonight at 10:13, the Moon will go into Taurus. And that would be 7:13 this evening if you're on the West Coast. Even earlier if you're in Alaska or Hawaii. So if you are in the Americas, okay, not all of the Americas. I think if you're in Brazil or Chile, then the Moon will, I don't think, will go into Taurus today. But if you're in, for example, parts of the United States, all of the United States, then at some stage this evening, then there will be a sign change, and that sign change, could change the atmosphere somewhat, make things a bit slower, a bit more considered. But it is this evening, and is anything going to be happening this evening? Well, if you are in the United States, then Moon moving into Taurus, that might slow things down. So that's the picture. If we set the chart to New York, noon New York, if we set the chart for noon in Sydney, Australia, there is to the Mars. So month December the 1st. Do take advantage of it. Okay, sometimes you all picture for the beginning of the month, December the 1st, and do remember that this is a chart where you put the sun at the center of the solar system. And as far as what we've got, well, we have still got a trine between Mars and Chiron, heliocentrically, remember. And this heliocentric trine kind of says the same thing almost as the fact that geocentrically we've got a Moon-Chiron conjunction. So, that perhaps emphasizes the Chiron energy, Mars trine Chiron, wanting to do things differently in a way that is perhaps unique, that allows us to stand out as individuals. And that's possibly the main aspect of the day. I mean, Mercury is making a wide opposition to Pluto, so Mercury opposition Pluto. Some of us might feel that there are things to be said, Mercury opposition Pluto, but the question is, are we able to say these words? And something is being hidden, something perhaps relating to the truth. We don't want to reveal the truth. We're holding it to ourselves. That's one way of looking at it. Mercury opposition Pluto can be about trying our hardest to perhaps utilize the facts and manipulate the facts, and it's not like we're going to be deliberately dishonest with Mercury opposition Pluto, but we might try to control the flow of information, or perhaps we're talking about someone else and their efforts to control the information. And of course, don't forget Saturn and Neptune now getting very close to one another, only 16 arc minutes, so the heliocentric Saturn-Neptune conjunction is getting closer and closer. And as I always say, I don't like repeating myself, but it is what we're afraid of. There are still things to be concerned about, but as I've said in other videos, we do have a grand trine, sort of. We've got grand trine energies. We've still got stuff in late Scorpio, for example. Well, we've got Mercury in late Scorpio, and Mercury in late Scorpio is starting to make a grand trine with Jupiter and Saturn. So, but that's geocentrically, and I do think that is potentially optimistic. Plus, we've got Sun in Sagittarius. It is all things being equal, not just Sun, Venus, Mars in Sagittarius geocentrically. So that provides a bit of optimism, and so maybe that counteracts the heliocentric Saturn-Neptune conjunction. Well, it's not just a heliocentric Saturn-Neptune conjunction, because geocentrically Saturn and Neptune are pretty close to one another. So let me now switch to the 12 signs. So these are my forecasts for the 12.
So, Ali, now we're giving you the Cancer. It's Cancer time. Are you there? We start when you are ready. Cancer. Yes, let's start with Cancer.
Cancer. The moon is in Aries for, well, much of the day. I mean, all of the day, certainly if you're not in the Americas. If you're in the United States, for example, then this evening the moon moves into Taurus. But I mean, I think the moon in Aries is kind of what matters. And as far as what that means for the moon to be in Aries, well, it's a Monday. It's the beginning of the month, and Cancer, you may be feeling that it's time to do something. Perhaps time to take the initiative. You may not want to take the initiative. You may regard that as being someone else's job, but I think you do have here a certain responsibility, because in many cases it'll be other people looking to you to have the ideas, for the one to take the first step forward, and also be the person who can maybe organize and structure. Might not be something you want to do, but certainly if you're going into work today, or if you have your own business, then the focus is going to be on you, and you might resent that. But on the other hand, I think that you at the moment have sort of natural sort of organizational abilities, and you're able to assert yourself quite strongly, and in a way that is fairly individual. I mean, the moon is making a conjunction to Chiron, and it's also making a trine to Mars, and so with those aspects, I do think that you know how to project yourself, and you know how to project your ideas in such a way that people will take note of you. They will listen, and they'll be prepared to accommodate you. So Cancer, there is quite a high level of responsibility here, and you shouldn't be afraid of it. And this is particularly the case if you have any form of leadership, however minor. If you're in any position where you are telling people what to do, or you are taking the lead, if you're in any kind of position, and it doesn't have to be at work, it can be in the family, wherever, whatever you're doing, use that position, leverage it, because you are just in the right position. You are in the right position to inspire and organize. And so I hope that you are going to be able to see it through. And leadership aside, even if other people are not around, I think that you're going to be quite good at just getting things together. If something needs to be done, maybe in your own life, something isn't right, something needs to be changed, you think that something could be better, then I think you'll know what to do, and you'll be able to be quite constructive. And if you see a problem, if you see that something that's not being done, then you're going to say this has got to be done. And perhaps in terms of your family or your household, or maybe just you. So if there's anything missing, and I think you'll know if anything is missing, it'll just be completely obvious. Things will just come together, and you'll say, well, something's not right, and let's sort it out now. And so that might be another thing about today. If you feel that something is not right, but something is missing, but something hasn't been done well, then don't wait. Solve the issue now, like right this moment. And that might not be something you want to do, but I think you can do it. So that is, so it's really important to seize the moment it occurs to you. If you wait until tomorrow, then you might have moved on to something else. So the more dynamic and responsible you can be, the better. And if you can as far as is possible, adopt a position of leadership, then I think that very much you'll be doing the right thing. Leo,
Well, that sounds exciting. Sounds good. It's indeed something to do other than focusing on yourself. That helps, yeah. You are very welcome. Very welcome. This program has done its job. And now, let's see if it helps me in any way.
Libra. Venus is now in Sagittarius, as you're possibly aware, and Venus moving out of Scorpio into Sagittarius, I would say, was good news for you, Libra. And Venus is your ruler, and so when Venus was in Scorpio, things were not necessarily great. When you think about Venus in Scorpio, Venus was in its detriment, and with Venus in its detriment, there might have been things that you were worrying about, things that you couldn't express, things that were also perhaps tedious. But now that Venus is moving into Sagittarius, you can more sort of be yourself. Venus is your ruler, not just your ruler, but it's a planet of relationships. So with Venus in Sagittarius, things are just more exciting, and you can feel that excitement, and you can start to tune into your fundamental sociability. I mean, Libra is, all things being equal, quite a sociable sign. I mean, I know that there is a stereotype of Librans being sociable, but it seems to be sort of no doubt about it that Librans really can be. They can be very effective at at sort of understanding the fine social balance around them, and particularly now. And it's not just because Venus is in Sagittarius. It's also because you just have a vision, the way things should be, and indeed it might be a social vision. You have a good sense of how other people can get on with each other, and who gets on with who. So if you're planning parties, or you're trying to bring people together, then I think you're going to be very effective, and you'll know what to do, you'll know who mixes with whom, and at the same time, you'll have just an ability to understand other people. It's just a very natural ability, and I'm not really talking about anything particularly emotional. It's more about just you naturally get it. You don't have to think. You know how things go together, and you know how people go together, and so that can make it for you a very successful day, particularly if you are dealing with others. So yeah, try to be as sociable as possible. And that doesn't mean to say you have to meet people face to face. I think your ability, on the phone, on various sort of online methods of communication, it's all going to be very effective, and you will be able to give people enough room. I mean, that does matter. You know when to be quiet. You know when to give people a chance. And some people need a chance. It could be, for example, that someone has not had a full chance to really express themselves, to express their individuality, to express their unique viewpoint. And Libra, if you give someone that chance, it could make things a lot easier. Some things have been unsaid for too long. I mean, perhaps that relates to Mercury going retrograde, and if you give people permission to talk, permission to be completely open about whatever is bothering them, and if you allow people to be individuals, I think they're going to very much appreciate that. And it doesn't impact you. It doesn't say anything about your freedom. Everyone can be free. You give other people a chance to be free, and yeah, you also can be giving yourself that same chance. So Libra, things are changing, and I think that things are changing for the better. And having Venus moving into Sagittarius, it just makes things so much easier for you. And it's about your self-expression. It's about other people's self-expression, and it just overall just might feel that finally things are starting to move.
Right, so we both got very excellent news. And it's from the planets. Most excellent news. I went on Archie's website, and he's got a background not only in astrology, but he's graduated from psychology as well. That's why he's not mumbo jumbo like the others. He's got some understanding of psychology that other people who do this kind of thing absolutely lack. It's really making the difference here. Yeah. Your lordship, have you any desires? Do you want your fish?
To the fish.
We shall have the fish now. And while he's talking about the fish for his lordship, I'm going to look for a PNG as well. So let's see the fish now. Aquarius fishes. Let's see the fish. The fishing attempt.
Pisces. A lot of stuff now in Sagittarius. Venus went into Sagittarius at the end of the weekend, so we've now got 3 planets in Sagittarius: Venus, Sun, Mars. And Sagittarius is an important sign from your perspective. It's a sign that very much projects itself outwards and wants to be taken seriously, and also can be quite responsible. You're thinking about what you are supposed to be doing, what kind of impression you're making. And so with that Sagittarius emphasis, Pisces, do think about what you are trying to achieve, what you are trying to do. And if there is something you want to do, particularly as it's the beginning of a new week, new month as well, then now might be the time to get going on it. Don't hesitate anymore. Take advantage of the Sagittarius season. Now that it is in full swing, and so it really is okay to think about your own priorities, and you can't sort of be swimming around forever. And you shouldn't be distracted by the fact that we've got a run up to Christmas and all of that. Maybe some people slow down in December, but no, these first couple of weeks of December can be very useful. And so I think it is very important that you take advantage of it all, but also that you show some discipline. Discipline does matter, especially now that we've got a sesquiquadrate between the Sun and Jupiter. So Sun Jupiter, obviously Jupiter is your ruler, and so with the Sun sesquiquadrate Jupiter, we do think about things that are excessive, taking something too far. And why would you take something too far? Well, the issue might be that you might just scatter your energy. There might be lots of things you want to do, and you want to do them all at once. And that might be how Sun sesquiquadrate Jupiter works. I mean, that's looking at Sun sesquiquadrate Jupiter in a negative sense. Now, we can look at it in a positive sense. Sun sesquiquadrate Jupiter is about you being exaggerated and excessive, but in a way that is focused and perhaps constructive. So maybe the Sun sesquiquadrate Jupiter will allow you to put everything you've got into something with great enthusiasm and with great certainty that you're doing the right thing. But you do have to be so focused, because the problem with Sun sesquiquadrate Jupiter is it can get distracted. And once it gets distracted, it can get itself into trouble. So try not to be distracted. I think that is very important. And if you can just keep focused, then I think that things should really, work out pretty well for you. And also we have a trine between the Moon and Mars, and I think this Moon trine Mars indicates, Pisces, that you can really look after your own interests. Your own interests do matter, and you can really start to think about, what is important to you. And sometimes in the process of pursuing your own interests, you have to stand out, and you have to be a bit of a troublemaker. It might not be what you want to do. You might want to keep everyone happy, but there are limits to how much you can keep everyone happy. If you don't express your feelings and your opinions, then that's not going to make you happy, and then in your own way you're going to be disruptive. So perhaps you should stand out straight away if you feel that something needs to be said. That's particularly the case if money is involved, or it's something to do with your ambitions, and you feel that you're not being given enough airtime, people aren't listening to you. Then I think that you are able to make a fuss, and I think you can be very effective about it. And those are my forecasts for the 12 signs. And it's now time to move to the I Ching.
Righto. So that's that. Is there anything else? I hope not. Tomorrow. Tomorrow
Special day.
is a special podcast, only in Romanian. We shall have sarmali and the Romanian flag and musica. It will be total this month. Total. It's happy birthday to our tiny little country shaped like a fish. We will celebrate her with a beautiful visual arrangement. Only Romanian. Only Romanian. Only. We will make it very clear. No English. None. Whenever we see English, it will be removed. So that just for tomorrow. No panic. On the 2nd of December, it will be like nothing happened. So it's going to be fantastic. Fantastic celebration. Yes. Darius will do a striptease number.
What?
He will show you his tits.
Titits.
Your titties.
My smally titits.
I have a... Oh, Darius, I have a... Darius, I have a...
Request.
No, I have a surprise.
For
A
who?
surprise from one of his relatives or something. But
Relative.
I'm not going to tell you. It will be a surprise, naturally. A surprise. And if I don't want to do it anymore, it's fine, because you don't know. Anything else? Is everything good? Is there anything else to say? Do?
Have
Thank
a
you.
great night all.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Ali, for being here. Thank you for participation. Congratulations on having more work to do. It's always nice to shepherd the sheepies. Take care of your sheepies. Guide them wisely. And yes, Archie is gorgeous. Archie is gorgeous. You can subscribe. Go and subscribe to Astrology. Talking Astrology with Archie. His channel. I want to promote here. Until tomorrow. I kiss you much. Good night. Darius, say good night. Yeah?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
To celebrate.
Tomorrow only Romanian, only sarmale, only musica folclorica tradițională. Arrivederci. Bye. Bye-bye.